Hi, my name is Dexter, and I have a whopping 12.8 hours in Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is a big game. Even with those few hours in it, I'm still basically a newcomer, and also I haven't played it in a really, really long time. It's so big, it's over 120 gigs. Have you any idea how long it took for me to download this? And you know, a live service game that big has a lot of content in it. But how is all of this content going to be for a new player?
And we launched colony ships to settle worlds.
Oh my god, they're British!
Okay, so I actually have played the beginning before, but it was ages ago, right? And I never went very far, so this is basically a first impression. I swear I hardly remember it, okay? I fear that this tutorial ate, okay? I really and truly do appreciate Bungie not doing that really annoying thing in tutorials where you can't use mechanics if you haven't unlocked them yet in the tutorial. Like, I've played a video game before, I know that shift is to sprint and space is to jump. So thank you, Bungie, for letting me frolic around right off the bat. The first hour or so of playing was good. It's engaging and you're kind of busted against all the enemies, which makes me feel like I'm way better at video games than I actually am. Close enough. Welcome back, vanity sizing. The game is actually quite decent in terms of direction. Trackable quests are very much a necessity, especially with such a big open area, and having that little pointer visible on your screen at the top is really, really nice because I apparently just love skipping through important dialogue.
Oh! Also, this game is gorgeous, alright? I don't know what the artists are getting paid, but I do know that they need to get paid more. But those of you who know this game may recognize this mission as a mission for a DLC that I don't own nor give a shit about. For the record, I didn't go out of my way to play a DLC mission. I just opened Destiny, clicked on my character, went to a cutscene, went to another cutscene, and then went into this mission, like without me actively going for it. The only reason I even knew this was a DLC mission is because my boyfriend, who was watching me play and suggested this video, so shout out to you, let me know that it was a DLC mission. He has over 1,000 hours in the game, so I think he might like it a little bit, and I think he also knows it a little bit. This was also a mission with a pretty important lore scene at the end about a guy who died, I think, and came back. I don't know who he is. I don't know why I'm supposed to care about him. I don't care about him. I don't play this game. I played it for a few hours the last few days, and that's it. I don't know who this man is. It just is a little bit confusing to me why, as a new player, I was automatically put into a mission that is for a DLC that I'm more than likely not going to buy, at least not right now, because I've hardly played the game. I'm not invested in it. And why I, out of everyone in the world, was shown a cutscene that I know nothing about. I don't know the background to this. I don't know why this guy is so damn important. I just know he's there. And also, the only reason I know that is because my boyfriend knows who he is. There was no indication in this cutscene to be like, this guy is mega important because X, Y, and Z. He was just kind of there, and my character was like impressed by his existence or whatever. It's just like, you know, shouldn't I have been put into a starter mission, or starter missions, I guess, that would have introduced me to who this guy is, either through a bit of dialogue or, I don't know, a cutscene or something, instead of going right into this mission automatically into this big important scene with this big important guy not knowing anything. That being said, the whole environment for this mission was so gorgeous. Like, genuinely, give these artists a raise. They did incredible. One thing that this game really does right is that it makes you feel very powerful compared to your enemies. The vast majority of the enemies are pretty weak compared to you, and also just a lot of big numbers on the screen. So it just feels pretty good. Also, there's a lot of movement. I don't know if this is just for the class I selected, but you know, there's a lot of movement. You can jump, you can make these massive superhuman jumps and make these massive superhuman shots, and it's crazy. It feels like you're your own superhero. And while I was playing, I got thinking about Elden Ring, and you might be thinking, why? Elden Ring is very much your like horse-sized chicken, and then Destiny 2 is very much like 100 chicken-sized horses. I tried Elden Ring, I didn't really like it. I'm not a big fan of the whole, this one massive dooming enemy that just takes forever to beat. You gotta learn, you know, attack patterns and all that. But I'm really really big fan of Destiny's gameplay. I mean, in general, it is way more fun being good at a game than sucking at a game. So just ripping through like a ton of enemies, doing all these cool fancy maneuvers, it's a lot of fun. This game just makes me feel like I could truly beat 100 chicken-sized horses. I did say that this game has decent tracking, and it has great tracking when you're in the middle of a mission. You've always got a little point to go to, and that's great. Maybe it's just me, but you know, I'm turning around a ton, I'm jumping all over the place, I'm losing track of where I am. So having a little like pointer to go to is always nice. Or I just skip through the dialogue too quickly and I don't know where I'm going, but I have the pointer there, so it's all fine. Where this game has the most shockingly peculiar tracking I've ever seen is when you're outside of a mission and just chilling and, you know, living your life, trying to find a mission to do. And I'm sure for an experienced player where you've done a million missions and you've picked out a million missions to do before, it makes perfect sense. But as a new player, there's just so much on my screen and I don't know what any of it means. There isn't really like a clear-cut line of missions to do. And in the missions tab, I did activate one, I started tracking it, and I looked all around my little map and I could not find where I was fucking going. So I ended up doing another one that ended up also being a DLC mission, I think, but we ball. And I'm sure this is actually a really good system. If I was a veteran player, I would much prefer the sort of system where I can choose my own missions and I can do what sounds fun to me at that moment in time. Or if one mission is making me want to hit my head against the wall, I could just do a different one instead. But as a new player, what the fuck is going on? And this lack of a gameplay roadmap is just very frustrating. The gameplay is really fun, but getting to that gameplay is not at all. I may not know Destiny 2 very well, but what I do know, kind of, is Overwatch. If you take one look at my page, you will see, oh yeah, she's got a problem. And my problem is that I'm not currently playing Overwatch. One day at work, I was just living my life and I swear to God, I heard someone say escorting the payload, but not even in like a character voice, in a perfectly normal human, regular ass person voice, being like escorting the payload. I might be going insane. I did start playing Overwatch during Overwatch 1 and it took me an embarrassingly long time to get the hang of things. For a while, I didn't know that Diva's ult was a bomb. I thought it was just a D-mech, so I just didn't use it because why would I want a D-mech? And it also took me an embarrassingly long time to discover Mercy's blue beam. These were just not good moments for me. And with Overwatch, there is a lot less content and a lot more direction. You just hit play a game and you press someone and you just press left click. And yeah, that's a very beginner's viewpoint, but it's easy to get to that beginner's viewpoint and it's easy to get to the stage where you're just pressing play game and pressing left click when you're in the game. Destiny is more like a big pile of spaghetti gameplay, and it's very good gameplay, don't get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but for me at least, it is not good enough to spend ages trying to figure out where do I go, especially when I've got other games that I love playing. Those few hours on Destiny are from a while ago. When I first built my computer, I tried out Destiny 2 because I'd heard of it and it was free and I was broke because I just built a computer. And I played a little bit of it and then I got very bored very quickly because I was like, what the fuck do I do? And this leaves not only Destiny but other live service games with a big problem. I kind of did want to talk about Genshin in this video, but when I was building my computer, I thought, hey, a terabyte of storage, that's a lot of storage. And then the storage monster came and ate all of my storage and now I can't fit Genshin on my computer, so no Genshin really for today. But going off what I remember, I used to play Genshin a bit. It's actually a very fun game. I know people take the piss out of it constantly, but it genuinely is a game I enjoyed. The only reason I deleted it is because I just didn't play it enough to justify how much space it was taking up on my computer. Genshin is a really big game. There's a lot of land, there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of stuff. And Hoyoverse, excuse me if I mispronounced that, but they are aware of this because back when I was playing Genshin, I could do surveys. I'm sure you still can, but I don't know for sure. These surveys would give you some in-game currency, and there was a question on the survey. It was something along the lines of what's something that's bad about this game, something you don't enjoy, and there was an answer that was something along the lines of it's too much stuff to get into. So if these big live service games don't keep making more content, they're going to drive away their current players. But if they make too much content, they're going to drive away new potential players. This is also a huge paradox. Is this how H-Bomber Guy feels? But really, what is this game like for a new player? It's good. It's fun. It's easy to get into. You know, just running around, tearing shit up. but when you're not shooting, it's pretty confusing. There's a lot to take in at once. And I play video games for fun, not to learn off a thesis of information in my first hour of playing. I will probably keep playing though. I do quite like the little ghost guy.